is Toledo City Hall.
It is. Okay.
And
Well,
you're connected to it.
it did it automatically. Last time it automatically. Actually, now.
Cleaning up is working.
I always just leave mine
Oh,
on.
no, I just wanted to make
I've
sure that
touched
they're up.
this since last year.
Yes.
So
Right?
Yeah, they are.
Just
don't let it run stuck dead. It did not want to
I
power.
was down to 11%.
After Googling it, I thought maybe with these Android tablets, if you let them run dead.
Oh, there you go.
Because they want to power the screen out as they start to charge, and that's enough juice to shut it back down, and so they'll never start charging. Because they'll just turn on and on and on and on.
No.
So just
Thank you.
warning.
Do we need to turn them on?
We're getting close.
Okay.
We've been waiting to do that.
Here you go. I know, that's what I said. It's gross right there. No, that's what I said. It's sort of freeze to fry. It's not a choice. You either freeze or you fry. No, in between. Well, like a little few days is great, right?
Oh, well. We did a garden.
Chase the slugs away.
Pardon?
It'll chase the slugs away.
What the he
Yeah,
pumps those little includes in ants that are
right.
keep spraying.
All right, flag symbols. Emily, would you please flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Emily. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Motion to accept the consent agenda.
Do I hear a second? Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Department reports. Mike, I got your report right here. I was looking at it. You want to just stand up and come up here in case there's any questions? They can talk to Mike. Any questions on Mike's report? Or questions you have about the report?
Please go on about how awesome the water test was.
Oh, they seem very positive about this thing. So it seems like the well recovered real well. It held the static head at full GPM. So they're just going to go back, compile all their information, and it didn't seem to affect Bill Creek. So, or the neighbors well. So we'll see what they come up with, and they can go to ecology. We took an IOC test and sent it down to the lab for the health department's request to make sure that the aquifer, it didn't stir anything up. So, but yeah, seemed very positive.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's good news.
Second to the last item. What is that? Screw press.
Oh, that's how we do our solids down at the plant.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's how they get processed.
Just won't
It's
know
a
unless you ask.
dewater. It's a dewater tool.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Did you get access to the meter? That meter that you?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, and one thing that didn't get on the report is the 1-inch meters are ordered, they should be in the street.
Okay. And then the other one is, who usually paints the center line? That was a question. I
County.
had. The county, okay, all right,
Usually, I think that's you guys.
Yes, that's two things.
okay. And when does that usually happen?
Whenever we can afford it,
Okay, all right,
because most people don't drive down, they don't go by the yellow lines because it's still 25. We really don't have to paint them at all.
yeah, okay.
It can be
I was
open
curious.
streets without paint. Yes, the paint is, they explain to some people that it keeps them on their own side,
Mhm.
but a lot of times they don't, and sometimes they fade out so bad that paint's expensive
Mhm.
to paint. And the last time we did it, I don't remember what it cost, but the county did the main drag on
Yeah.
Fifth Street.
Yeah, I was noticing that last time I
Stop
drove.
signs, stop signs. I do think our reflective bars we put in now, the stop signs is gonna help us more than the actual line, but if council wants it, we got money, we can paint it, but I don't see no need for it, because some of our other streets don't have any lines at all.
Mhm. Yeah.
And there isn't many crashes that I know of. Anyway, that's the only explanation I got.
Mike, I'm liking your reports. Can we add what's going on in the plant? Like, just sort of know what has happened status or maintenance wise, just so we can kind of start to learn what goes into that.
Right, yeah, I can do that.
Not a lot, don't spend a ton of time on it. Just,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Just, for example, like the screw pets, she didn't know.
Yeah, and so like,
That's a good question.
yeah, even the run of the mill maintenance, not just like when it's broken, it's nice to know that, hey, we.
Right, all the services and stuff. Yeah,
Just cherry pick something.
on all the stuff. Well, we got the digesters and all the stuff, but we had to take apart, but I think I put in the last week, so,
Thanks.
yeah, no problem.
And what year we had that screw press, like 2 years ago,
Yeah,
about 2 years ago. It helps the process of our holding tanks to get rid of the solids faster with this
Okay.
press, and the white liquids goes back into the system and gets stirred up again and dissolved and out to the river.
It squeezes
That's the
water
easiest
out.
way I can tell you.
Yeah.
It's a super interesting situation if you like have time and they have time to like,
It's
yeah.
actually an interesting
It's-
story.
What
It
did
is
what did
super
it take- what did it take
To
before the
learn
screw
how it
press?
works.
3 months?
yeah, 3 months to do
Took 3
that,
months to empty a digester. Now it takes,
7 days.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
It processes the
Cost
solid.
effective.
yes,
So we can't haul liquid, we have no way, or we can't afford it unless we can.
that's true.
But, yeah, so we put it in a solid form, and the more we can dry it out, the less we have to pay for the farm that usually accepts it to take it. So, yeah, we try to get it as dry as we can.
Yep. Anyway, it saved us a lot of money.
Yes.
Anything else for Mike? Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Please.
Sure.
Commander in Chief.
Well, as some of you are aware of, we've been having some problems down at the bathrooms. And myself and Logan, especially Logan, working night shift, he's actually kind of shifted his time frame. And no matter what time we go by there, we could have somebody in there or not. But I actually suggest to him to actually stop, go check the bathrooms on by hand until we find out what knuckleheads are doing it. I know the council mayor is working on cameras, which would help us try to identify. It's unfortunate, I can be standing right here right now, and somebody can be down there tearing it up, and it's, talking to Logan, talking to even Chief Rockmiller, it's gotta be some knuckleheads down in that area, 2 or 3 kids or adults that aren't getting very good, that are doing it, but we're working on solutions to take care of that. And like I said, both Logan and Randy's aware of it. The charger should be picked up this week. I talked to the chief out there 2 days ago, yesterday. And he's looking to get the charger, so that'll be off our list, selling it to him, because it's already been surplus. Other than those 2 items, everything else been going okay. Unfortunately, I got to inform you of some interesting news. My last day here is going to be the 6th of July. I have accepted the chief position in McClary about 10 minutes ago. It's a bigger department, bigger budget. Fully staffed, it's a chief and 5, and top pay is 100 grand. So it's a little hard in my last 5 years not to look at that. However, I have been in contact with Chief Rockmiller and stuff because he's familiar with the city, and regardless what happens with the merger, I know he's going to help make sure everything's taken care of. Talked to him a little while ago, but it's a weird opportunity that came up out of the blue. I wasn't looking for it. It wasn't in my windshield. All of a sudden, I got contacted by the mayor up there. So, like I said, I just got off the phone with him, and I wouldn't have that opportunity if it hadn't been the 12 years I've been here. Now, ironically enough, July 1 starts my 13th year. So, but I appreciate working here all this time. In the meantime, we'll get things taken care of as much as we can before they.
Congratulations.
Sure, thank you.
A motorcycle?
I'm gonna try to steal the motorcycle.
So you're gonna have this covered for Tuesday then?
John will make sure it's taken care of.
All right.
Or I guess whatever you guys decide. I know John said he'd help out, take care of that stuff. In fact, I think he cussed me out a little while ago saying, oh, great, I was gonna take Tuesdays off. But interestingly enough, the reason the mayor wants me up there on the 8th is because that's their bear festival. And currently they haven't had a chief for 6 months. So that's where we're at. Questions?
Sounds like a good thing for you.
That was my last 5 years of working, and I will actually start out, in fact, I was just discussing pay with the mayor a few minutes ago. I'll start out at like $1,500 more a month compared to what I'm making now. So it's, I gotta retire someday, so,
It'll help your retirement a lot.
yes, sir. But I can't thank the city of Toledo enough. They have put me in a position for them to select me. And I had to go through a bunch of candidates. And they actually said, oh, you're the guy. I don't check, well, you sure? But, so anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Chief. Clerk's office. Devin, her list is there on the clerk's information. Anybody have any questions for Devin?
So you think maybe by next council, we'll be talking about the building permit stuff,
Yes.
once you have a chance to, I'll tear into that as well. Thank you for
Okay.
sending it, but, yeah. That'll be good.
Any other questions for Devin?
The Jolna property, is that the one that's adjacent on the same side of the highway?
Yes, that's the yellow one on the far left here.
And have they been given an estimate of?
They haven't submitted anything yet.
They just want to annex in, but that's in the process.
Yeah, we haven't gotten anything from them, so,
And the
Their planners
all
sound
the
very
sort.
positive.
yeah.
Sorensen land?
They're doing, it sounds like it'll be multiple, it'll be that Joma property, Sorensen's and Rocco's, all submitting it at once. Because it's all the.
And maybe
Oh, and
Toledo Trail as well.
Yeah, Toledo Trail.
Which is great news, the fact that the Sorensen property is saying, yes, that means we can annex around to Toledo Trail, which has been, if that's been in the way.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Any other questions for Devin?
It's not on the agenda, but did you get a letter from the lawyer yet?
No, I haven't done anything with that.
Okay.
Any other questions?
We're waiting till the end of the month for a response from the food bank in June.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything from them yet so far.
That's gonna come up on unfinished business.
Yeah.
At the food bank. I got a letter. Well, I got the letter that was presented to Debbie Bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, on Jill's behalf, Devin, are you gonna answer questions? You can try. Okay. We have Jill's summary there too. Is there any questions?
This right here. yeah.
No questions?
Looks like the park board's been busy. Are they, is that something you're also gonna talk about? I saw some things in there, as far as the hookups, I guess, so. The park host things I saw in the packet.
Yes,
Okay, great.
yep. That's coming up later too.
And you guys are going to training, is that right? So
I am, tomorrow.
She leaves tomorrow for training. All week?
You're gonna miss one.
Okay, last, utility building clerk / clerk's assistant. Where she's sitting back here, the headphone guy. Any questions for her? On what she's doing?
How's the TIP report going?
Sorry, what?
How's the 6-year TIP going?
Great. I'm updating Mike returned it to me and I'm going through and I have updated it in the website. So I've got a fresh copy ready to go for July 5th. It should have been in the paper on Saturday for the public hearing as well. So. Good.
Any other questions for Shelley? Okay. Let's move on. Committee report, public hearing, special presentation, public comment on agenda items. Is there any public comment on agenda items? Nothing, then we'll move right into new business. Personnel service agreement, park host. This agreement application that they filled out, Devin, is that correct? That I have, I don't know if the council will say it or
It's the park host agreement,
not. Pardon me?
the park host agreement.
Park host agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, we have that one in the packet. Or do we have that in the packet?
You should, yeah.
That's not the one that we.
It's been toned down a little bit.
Yes, the part that's been eliminated was called the K part, I think is the whole paragraph. Okay.
Section K.
All the downtown.
All the downtown parts, this section was removed completely. And then all areas of downtown parks were removed, boat launch, jail, Gospel Eagle, and the Steamboat Alley has been removed also. And the number of parking spaces has been changed from 1 to 2. And
There was something,
we,
a different ampage on the.
from 30 to 50.
yeah, the hookup was changed to a 50 amp, so a 30 amp. We have money for that, correct, Evan? That $850 is in here, some $800,
Might be the next one.
I think it's
I think
800.
it's the next one.
800 on the sheet from the same electrician that put a bid in before. We took it out. I think it's still the same as 850 for the 50 amp hookup. Of which the park host needs. And I'm pretty sure we got that covered. Is that correct, Evan?
That's the next item, number 2.
Number 2 item?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need a motion on the first one for the amendments.
I'll make a motion that we amend the official service agreement as it's stated here.
I second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any other discussion on it? Okay, let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 2, park board recommendation, capital outlay project.
So how did we deal with the fact that the first in March's work went negative? Where did that come from? Where did the money to make up for that come from? Or did we?
you find it, Devin?
Because she's wanting to take on the capital out, per capital outlay spreadsheet she did. And then, so from the council approved one, the second one, she transferred that money up to take care of the negative and to do the kitchen electrical.
Okay.
Everybody see that? So I'll entertain a motion on the park board recommendation. Recommendation. Do I hear a second?
Second that.
It's been moved in second. Any more questions?
Yeah, are you adding a 50 now
Yes.
or replacing the 30?
Adding.
Adding.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, let's vote on it. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 3, Merrill, that's what I'm going to say. Recommendation for park host. We had interviews at 4 o'clock. And everything went very well. With Mike and I in the questions and answers, and they're here in the audience. If you want any questions, then that would be Mike and I's recommendation to hire them as soon as possible. I know we've got to give leave absence from where he's at now. But we're going to do everything in our power because with his, he requested accommodations for 2 cars. We had that amended. 50 amp service, had that amended. Availability of a washer dryer hookup. Mike thinks there's possibly that in the shed next to where he's going to park his camper, but we're not sure until he verifies it. And the next question he had was what are the required hours per day? Where he's checked out before, there's been 5 to 6 hours a day. I and Mike agreed it's going to be probably various to whatever fits his needs. I mean, some people go to the park in 5 minutes, you're all done. Sometimes it takes a half an hour and you're all done. I don't know. I don't know what the speed is or how you're going to do it or how you're going to handle it. I'm going to leave that up to him. But I'm still recommending with these add-ons here that we got 50-50 chance of making this 100%. But the hours, what's the council feel about hours?
I think it
I'm
probably
flexible.
depends on what's going on down there too. If there's not anything going on, then it might take you 10 minutes. If it's
Yeah, I agree.
been a
But we're
busy
getting right
weekend,
in.
it might take an hour,
We're getting right into the hot spot of our summer.
whatever it
Well,
takes.
if it's a-
Like here it comes. All these
Festival, it
events
might
and-
be on for 6 hours.
And this, the monthly maintenance checklist
Yes.
that we see here, you know,
Shelley's gonna print up a new one.
okay, I mean, is however long it takes to get through those, and you know how to dish things out daily to accomplish that, I would say that's the tail right there.
And at the park board's request of taking care of everything in the park. And we already discussed that with the Gospel Eagle and all that stuff. Mike will take care of the rest of it. He'll take care of everything in the park.
I have to make a motion that we accept the mayor's recommendation.
Second that.
Moved in second. Any other questions? Okay, let's vote on. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Welcome.
Motion carries. Welcome to Toledo. Yeah.
Or maybe they would introduce
Introduce-
themselves.
Sure.
That'd be nice.
Stand up, please.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, my name is Tim Kidd and my lovely wife, Ruth. We come from Lewis County, so we're local. Well, yeah, pretty much 33 years been together. Ruthie has her business. She recently had just started here in town. And we thought it'd be a great way for us to get back into our community super outside the area for so long. And we've wanted to be, we get ready to formally retire, and then we were looking at doing some park work here. Like last week, it would be a great idea for us to try this out. Kind of in the control situation where I got a little bit more support. We can work. And we'll do the very best. We've been down in the park numerous times. I've walked through it a couple of different times. And I look forward to working with my board to make it one of the best parks in town.
Great.
Any questions about
What was your last name?
Kinder?
Kinder.
Kinder. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what business?
I own Kinder Creations and I do embroidery, sublimation, screen printing. I do all that stuff. And I'm actually in his building, so in Joe's building.
So I highly recommend both.
You'll stay a long time, right?
Well, welcome.
Good answer, Joe. Thank you and welcome. Sam?
Just for information, I've known Mr. Kinder for 30-some years, and he's been a pillar of the community in a lot of the roles he's done before retiring. So it'd be nice having him down there.
And I think he knows park board member Mike Cummins also,
Yeah,
a few years.
quite a few.
I'm
Better
sorry.
part of a decade.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, but I'm just joking.
I know, but we look forward to creating new relationships.
So
New relationships and small town community stuff we like to do. So we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to all the festivities we didn't get to go to while we were all working in other parts of the county. We're having fun.
Okay, that takes care of all the new business, unfinished business, food bank letter. I have that.
Right, Lou?
Blue?
Yeah.
Got it. This is hand delivered. Officer Logan. The 9th of June. So far, we
I
have
haven't heard anything.
no
from him yet.
response. Nothing. Chief, do you know how long it's got to respond to this?
Usually it's 15 to 30 days, depending on how it's written up.
Okay,
You gave him by the 31st.
31st of
And then
July.
if we don't hear from them, we'll just start figuring out a new agreement, because we'll have to have it done before the end of the year. And it'll be August by the time we start, so,
Okay. So all we can do is sit and wait.
yeah.
Has the food bank been opening for business at all?
I have no idea.
Is there any other questions? I mean, there's not too many answers we can give you right now. Anything?
Have you been able to like go on and check the Secretary of State
I forgot, I was going to, I forgot to see
to
if that's
see if
been
it's been
done
updated
or
or
not.
not?
I will check to see if it's been done.
Okay, I guess we just wait till the end of the month and then proceed from whatever is
Yeah.
left to us to do.
July 31st?
Yeah.
So
that's
there-
what- that's
we'll
what the letter
go
said,
from there.
July 31st.
All right. That's about all we can do.
So I guess if they're not responding and they're not a nonprofit, at some point, it's more than just making a new agreement without their information. Maybe they need to go.
Well, they would be eligible to make an agreement without it.
I don't, yeah, I don't know if I want to see create.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
they're-
point do you really feel like they're taking advantage of the situation, you know?
Now, I don't think we need to wait until next year to do a new agreement. If they're not in compliance and they're not responding, then I say 7/31 is the due date.
Well, the first due date was 5/31. right? And so, I mean, we don't have to wait to do the new agreement, but we are gonna have to do a new agreement no matter what we do, if we, moving forward, or to lease that space again, we're gonna have to do something with the agreement, one way or the other. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, it's, I think, the last. So the beginning of this year and the last year, you guys wanted it redone.
It's old.
And then, but we're already almost into July, so before we know it, it's gonna be the end of the year.
Maybe there's another organization that would like some input into an agreement, that we can find someone that's responsible.
Yeah,
Well, right now, it's July 31st.
yeah, they have enough to them to
They have
respond.
notice till then.
Right.
Okay. Okay, that's all the unfinished business I have. Other business, active shooting training, police department. Sam, get off the mic.
Coming up to the mic. Like I had mentioned before when the question was asked, many of the officers have been through an active shooter situation before. Columbine really set the stage of go in and take care of business. And if there's a threat, it's active, we take care of the active threat, even if it's two of us. Almost every officer on the road, every deputy, every state trooper knows that. There has not been any active shooter training recently, locally. However, with school now being out, it'd be a good time to put something together, and that's something that sheriff's department can do, any agency can do. It just takes putting that together and using the school to do it. I know, fortunately, Logan's been in the schools around here. The high school's out in the county, but we've all been in that. I think Logan's been in that as well. So we would have events. It would be automatic, set in stone. You go up, you got an active shooter, you go in and do what you need to do. So, and hopefully it never happens, but unfortunately in today's day and age, it seems like it's happening all over. And again, I really hope it never happens around our time around here, but most officers are trained and have been taught it. I know the academy, when I was up there helping teach out, we did a lot of active shooter training for new officers. And Logan actually has went through that, if I remember right, through that active shooter training as well, where he's actually getting fired out with their small pellets come out of their 9mm. So he knows if he gets hit, and he also knows that he's got to keep responding to the threat. So I believe he's one of the classes that went through it before it got shut down. Questions?
Last one they did at the Baptist church, or
Right.
at the last one?
Yeah. In fact, I got a video of that, but most officers that went through that are still around, like Deputy Slack and stuff. And the sergeants that were around there every time. It's really the same format. If you hear gunfire or they say that something's going on and somebody's getting hurt or killed, we're going in. And just gonna take care of business. That's the easiest way to say it. It's an unfortunate way to say it, but it is the way to say it, because as you've seen throughout the news, active shooter, they've got one thing in mind. I don't care if they're 17 or 71, they have a mission. Whatever happened up here has made them realize that's what's going to happen. They're going to go and do it. And it's not a pleasant thought, but unfortunately, that's what we do.
So when you have these reenactments, do you then assess and put together some kind of?
Yes, every time we have any of that type of training, the best training that we've had in doing that, what we've done at the academy, is we've had smoke going off, and those smoke machines filling the school with smoke, alarms are going off, loud music, loud sounds, kids running by you, total chaos. And then afterwards, of course, we do a debriefing and everything else, and plans to put in place for any specific thing like a large school or something like that. Fortunately, around here, most of us kind of know the schools that are over there very well. We don't have schools that have 25,000 kids in it. Columbine itself, unfortunately, was a huge school. So, and a different mindset back then. You wait and stand by for SWAT to show up and kind of assess where you are. Well, while you're waiting, whoever is mentally chosen to do that is just traveling around. And It's unfortunate, but yeah, it's evaluated all the time.
Okay, because Uvalde was a small school.
Yeah, the small schools go and take care of it. And then, like I said, summertime's a good time to do training on it. So maybe that'll happen this summer.
And where was your training?
Well, we've done it up here at the church. We've done it up in the academy a lot. I was actually involved in the instruction of that with the students coming in. So it's an eye opener to them, but you have to go in and look for your, and which is weird, you're looking for your shooter as you're watching people run by you. You know, you're watching hands and everything else, and it's pretty chaotic. So let's hope it doesn't happen. But most officers around here are aware of it, prepared for it. And we'll see what happens.
Is there any other questions for Sam? Thanks, Sam, for your report. Okay, I have no other business, public input. Any public input? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, executive session none. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
A motion that we adjourn. Also.
Moved in second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're out of here. Turn off your mics.